Hello, everyone. I see we have some folks starting to filter in. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're joining in today. Drop in the chat where you're joining us from today. Toronto, Chicago, New Jersey, California, Lithuania, South Africa. We've got everyone here. We got the whole crew here today. India, UK, Colorado, another fellow Floridian. I'm joining us from Orlando, Florida. Manchester. Hello, everyone. So excited for today's session. Literally the whole world, Cornelia. Amazing. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us today. I am so excited about today's session because this session is for two people. One, it's for my fellow procrastinators. We're going to be going through all of your last minute 2024 holiday prep. And this is also for the folks who like to plan really far in advance because we're going to have some good tips in here that'll be great for holiday next year as well and going into 2025. So, really, this is for everyone. So, I'm really excited for today. Like I said, today is our Triple Whale Ultimate All Day Workshop, last minute 2024 holiday prep. We have some amazing speakers joining us today. We have a full packed house covering all different tips and tricks and topics today. And per usual, it would not be a triple whale watching webinar without some giveaway prizes. And for anyone who hasn't joined us in the past, the way that you can get your hands on one of these amazing giveaway prizes is by being as active as possible in the chat. Because after each session, I'm quite literally just going to scroll through the chat and blindly choose whoever has been the most active in the chat. So make sure you're sending as many messages as possible. If a speaker says something that you agree with, point that out in the chat. If you have any advice or there's something that a speaker says that catches your ear or you have questions, please drop those in the chat because again, the more active you are, the more likely you will be to win one of these giveaway prizes. And today's session, I'm going to stop sharing. Today's session is a little bit different than our normal whale watching webinars because we have so many sessions joining us. And because this is an all-day workshop, we've actually created an entire schedule because we completely understand that you guys will probably have different meetings that you'll have to jump to, lunch, etc. The day is super busy. So have no fear. We have the entire schedule. You'll see the schedule button right up above that you can go ahead and just click and it'll show you the entire schedule. And after each session, we're just going to go ahead and navigate to the next session. And the way that we do that is just by clicking that little back button, the little back arrow on the top left corner. So we'll just click that after each session and then we'll go into the next session. We found that this way would be easier because it is going to be an all-day workshop. And like I said, we anticipate that you guys will probably have different meetings or tasks that you'll have to get to throughout the day, and you'll be able to pick up exactly where you left off with Triple Whale and with our whale webinar today. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring our first speaker onto the stage, which is our very own Erin Watt. She is our Senior Tech Partner Manager here at Triple Whale. Drawing from her background in sales and management, she collaborates with tech partners to offer such valuable guidance and support to help expand our customer base and integration offerings. So Erin, welcome to the stage.
Thank you very much. I made sure I got dressed up, got my Triple Whale sweater on.
So cute. I love
the flag just like peering out in the corners here for, the little Christmas festive feeling.
I love it. I'm so into it. Feel free to pull up your screen, my love, and the stage is all yours.
Doing that right now. Okay. Can everyone see my screen? Hi, everyone. Oh, I love when people get all active in the chat. It makes me so happy. I just want to make sure because on my side, it's not. Is it actually showing clearly on everyone's side? Like it's not blurry or anything? Okay, just wanted to like triple check because for some reason it was not looking that way for me. But yes, okay. Amazing. Hello to everyone. Stay active in the chat. I'm loving it. Happy almost BFCM. The season of e-commerce madness is nearly here. As Mia said, are we procrastinators? Are we fully prepared for this? Are we nervous? Are we first timers? Regardless, it's okay. You're in safe hands. As Mia mentioned, we have some amazing speakers today. I feel very fortunate to be one of the first. As she also mentioned, I am Erin Watt. I am one of the tech partner managers here at Triple Whale, and I am very excited to share some valuable insights that will help to make this holiday season your most successful yet. So today's presentation is all about using data to conquer your 2024 holiday prep, while also sharing some actual insights to help you make the most of this critical period, both during and after the holiday season. It's going to be a bit of a long one, so take out your notepads. We have the recording going. You have to play it back, and obviously stay active in the chat. But before we dive into the data, let's answer a question that might be on some of your minds. What exactly is Triple Whale? So I personally see Triple Whale as your e-commerce BFF, your ride or die companion here to celebrate your business's successes and also help you tackle those unforeseen challenges of your online store. So Triple Whale really is that all-in-one analytics tool that consolidates all of your data into one user-friendly centralized dashboard. It also integrates with major ad channels and platforms. So think Shopify, BigCommerce, Google, Meta, and tools like Gorgeous and Klaviyo, so that it can provide you with a really holistic view of who your customers are, where they came from, what they bought, and of course, how much it costs to acquire them. And today, Triple Whale is proudly the source of truth for 20,000 plus stores. So here are just a few of some of the amazing brands that we get to work with daily, achieving some really impressive results as a Triple Whale customer. So we got brands like Milk Bar, Doe Lashes, Avi, Portland Leather are just a few examples. If anyone here is interested in learning more about their success or they want to explore some other brands, we do have a whole section of case studies on our website. Happy to share the link with everyone after the presentation. All right, now that we're familiar with Triple Whale, let's review what we'll be covering today. So first, we will review data from Q3 and Q4 of 2023, looking at metrics like your ad spend, conversion rates, and ROAS. So this will just help us spotlight some key shifts, and we'll also be able to see how we can adjust your strategy for this upcoming holiday season. Next, we'll dive into Q4's ad landscape. So we're going to focus on trends like Meta's growing dominance, Google's decline, as well as TikTok's rising efficiency. And then finally, we'll share Triple Whale's predictions for the rest of Q4 and offer some winning strategies to maximize performance during the holidays. Is everyone ready to dive in? Perfect. I'm glad that we can't wait. So we're going to start by reviewing and comparing industry data from Q3 versus Q4 2023. All right, so in Q4 of 2023, ad spend rose by an average of 44% across all industries compared to Q3. So this surge is expected as brands ramp up for the holidays. The biggest increase really came from toys and hobbies, which we saw about, it was like a 132% increase, while pet supplies saw the smallest, about 15%. So the surge is driven by brands recognizing that the holiday season is a key revenue period, increasing competition for ad space. So with the competition for ad space increasing, it just becomes so vital for brands to plan ahead and allocate budget that can withstand these increased costs. All right, so now we're going to talk about purchases. So in Q4, the average increase in purchases was about 39%, with toys and hobbies once again leading the way, up about 122%. So it's really clear that holiday season drives higher demand, especially for giftable items like toys. But even with an increase in ad spend, this doesn't necessarily translate to a proportional increase in ROAS, which we'll dive into in the next slide. Okay, so despite the spike in spending, an increase in ad spend does not always lead for better ROAS. So in some cases, the increase actually can be quite small. So we'll use toys and hobbies as an example again. So we know that toys and hobbies saw an increase of about 132% jump in ad spend. But if we look at ROAS, they only increased by 3%. So this really does underscore the need for brands to optimize their ad performance, as higher spend doesn't always equal better returns. Another thing to keep in mind, as advertising gets more competitive and costly in Q4, as we all know, even especially during an election year, which we in the US have been experiencing a lot right now. Last year, we saw higher cost per clicks, cost per thousand impressions, as well as cost per acquisitions across most industries. So the increased competition for ad placements drives up cost. So brands must be prepared to pay more for each conversion as well as impression. The big takeaway here, even in a really competitive market, there is room to boost ad efficiency. So, a couple things, you just want to make sure that you're refining your strategy by focusing on high converting creatives. You want to look at your precise targeting and also smart ad placements just to improve or even maintain ROAS during this Q4 surge. Okay, so next we're going to talk about the changing ad landscape and where brands are actually allocating their budget in Q4. And remember, whatever data I'm showing, it is going to differ from brand to brand. So it is really just important to make sure that you are looking at your own data and see what are the best choices for you. We're just looking at the grand scheme of what's happening in all industries at this time. So the first insight, Google's struggling. I know. And it's really to do with Google's decline in ad efficiency and rising costs that are really pushing brands to reallocate their budgets. So, since Q1 of 2023, Google's ad efficiency has steadily declined due to rising cost and lower conversion rates, and unfortunately, with no signs of recovery. So, over the past 7 quarters, this downturn has led to a consistent shift in ad spend from Google to other platforms. And this trend actually persisted throughout peak seasons, so including Black Friday, Cyber Monday 2023, where Google saw almost a 13% year over year decline in ad share. So, as stores shifted away from Google, this decision actually proved savvy because the ROAS also dropped almost 15% in 2023 compared to 2022. So, as a result, many brands are reallocating their ad spend to more efficient platforms. And our next insight is Meta is the dominant player in the ad space. So its ad quality and performance just continues to improve, making it really the top choice for advertisers. And despite rising costs, so very similar to Google, it also is having those rising costs. Meta does remain the most stable advertising platform for 2024. Why is that? So for holiday season. So while there are several metrics to consider, we're going to look at Meta's share of overall ad budgets because it just clearly shows its dominance amongst other popular channels. So from 2023 to 2024, ad spend on Meta increased by 30%, even with a slight improvement in ROAS. So, thanks to its stability as well as its scalability, Meta continues to be the most reliable advertising platform. And then for our third insight, so TikTok's growth continues. So while it hasn't significantly shifted ad spend away from the major players like your Googles and your Metas, it does still remain highly effective for brands with smaller AOVs. So TikTok's ad efficiency keeps improving, especially for brands with lower average order values. So TikTok has about an average AOV of about $40 when we compare it to Facebook's, which is about 90, and Google's, which is about 70. So TikTok really is ideal for lower priced impulse buys. So while its ad spend share does remain modest, ROAS has risen by nearly 23% and cost per acquisition has dropped significantly, making TikTok really a cost effective choice for customer acquisition and also driving those impulse driven purchases. And for our last insight, we'll focus on Amazon's unique position. So, Amazon's share of ad spend has grown significantly year over year, just really solidifying its role as a major player in the ad space. So Amazon's ad spend has reached almost about 6% in from like Q1 to Q3 of 2024, a 74% increase year over year. Now, remember, Amazon does have a unique advantage as it owns the marketplace where its ads appear, really giving that distinct advantage over other platforms. And this is very evident as its higher conversion rate of 12% significantly does also outperform other channels. However, it actually has a very similar average order value, which I did not know, but it has a similar average order value of $40 to TikTok. So Amazon's focus really does remain on cheaper, more often impulse driven products. So keep that in mind too. Okay, so now we're going to dive into our final section for today, Triple Whale's Q4 predictions. So a lot of these predictions are going to be based on last year's data as well as early insights from this year. So we have three key predictions for the rest of Q4 and also some actual strategies that you can start implementing right away. This one's no surprise. Our first prediction is record high cost for ads. So in Q4 2024, we expect ad costs to hit an all-time high, even surpassing those of Q4 2023. And this surge will be fueled by increased competition. And also, of course, which probably a lot of you have seen, the US election is going to help with that as well, too. So despite the record high ad costs, there is still time to make strategic adjustments that can help drive success in this really challenging environment. So to maximize this holiday season performance, there's a few things to focus on. The first one we're going to focus on, our first winning strategy is going to optimize conversion rates. So this is all about fine tuning your website to make every click count. And honestly, they can be small improvements like refining your landing page, streamlining checkout flows, and adding personalized product recommendations can have a serious impact on boosting conversion rates. I've also added a couple of tools that I feel are going to help you build a more effective user-friendly shopper experience that can also drive conversions and maintain strong ROAS even as costs rise. So these tools are designed to either optimize landing pages or enhance customer experience or capture user attention to boost average order values and conversion. So the first one, we got Triple Whale. So this is going to be your analytics platform that's going to offer detailed insights into customer behavior, highlighting where users drop off on landing pages and checkouts. And then you can use this data to enhance your conversion rates. Then we got our friends over at Gorgia. So this is going to be your customer support tool, which enables fast, efficient service, reducing cart abandonment, as well as improving that shopping experience. Then we got our other friends over at Tapcart, which is going to help you to build that mobile app for your store, offering just a more smoother and more engaged experience for mobile users and also helping to boost conversion rates. Note, Tapcart will also be speaking today, so you can learn more about them. And then we have our friends over at Rebuy. So they're going to help you integrate with upsell and cross-sell opportunities into your shopping and checkout processes to increase average order values and conversions. And then we got a reviews platform, so reviews.io. They'll help you to elevate customer engagement, also building that credibility with effective review management. And then lastly, and not least, there's millions and more of other tools out there that can help you. These are just to highlight a few different sections, but Heat Map, this tool will just help to visually map user behavior, showing where users click, scroll, and spend most of their time. Okay, so our next winning strategy is to tackle rising ad cost. To tackle rising ad costs is just to really focus on standout creative. So with Q4's ad overload, which I'm sure everyone is seeing now, it is just super critical to capture the attention with visuals that are compelling, targeted, and super relevant to your audience. So my suggestion, take inspiration from last year's top brands. By analyzing their successful campaigns, you can actually adopt similar tactics. And then a little pro tip. So when testing new ads, aim to outperform your current best performers. So sometimes looking beyond your own data is the key to better results. So I do have a couple examples that we can just quickly take a look at some really great, some standout creatives. We got first, True Classic. So this ad just really stands out primarily for its use of memes, which captures the attention and also drives engagement. It also nails down that gift giver targeting. So focusing on women shopping for their husbands, a really smart approach. And then they have their compelling offer, 70% off is super hard to ignore. I know I can't. And then we also add the sense of urgency while supplies last. So this just encourages action without feeling too pushy. And then next, we will take a look at Mary Ruth's. So what we love here is the sales flex. So they claim that one bottle sold one bottle sold every 5 seconds. So this creates curiosity and it also emphasizes popularity. Their vibrant colors also makes the visuals really pop, while the clear product display ensures that the focus remains on what's being sold. And also want to point out their simple CTA just makes it really easy for users to take action. And then lastly, we have Nix. So I love this one because it is a little bit different. So their ad really hooks viewers right from the start with their caption, caution, huge deals on our best bras. The blurred background also builds anticipation for the big reveal on November 20th, adding to the excitement. And then they also have added a simple CTA, sign up so you don't miss out, which also creates urgency without overwhelming the audience. And for our last winning strategy to help you with these rising ad costs is to boost AOV and product bundling. So, as ad costs rise, increasing your average order value just becomes so critical. So, focus on strategic product bundling to maximize each conversion and improve margins, making your ad spend more efficient. So tools like Triple Whale can actually help you identify frequently purchased products, enabling you to create bundles that align with your customer preferences. So you can use our bundling and analysis tool to track performance and also adjust in real time to help you improve sales as well as your average order value. You can also evaluate how your promotional bundles impact overall sales and profitability, and then refine your strategy to maximize effectiveness. So, a really great tool to check out. Okay, on to our second prediction. Another no surprise. So, more brands will shift greater of their share of their ad spend to platforms like Facebook, especially as other platforms experiencing diminishing returns or even rising costs. So, how can we maximize our performance on Facebook? Well, there are a few things you want to start off with. The first is advanced audience segmentation. So you can use tools like Triple Whale's smart customer data platform to create segments based on purchase behavior or interest or even lookalikes. This will help you to boost ad relevance and also ROAS. So Triple Whale's SCDP leverages data from your shop metrics and our pixel tracking and also connected ad platforms just to provide you with really unique custom segments. And then these segments will also be updated daily, automatically adding or also removing customers based on relevance. And then next, we really want to focus on dynamic creative testing. So we've already discussed the importance of creating standout creative to help your ads cut through the holiday season noise. But without the ability of testing your creatives, it's going to be really hard to know what's working and which elements actually need adjustments. So we recommend continuously testing different ad formats, messaging, and also visuals before, during, and even after the holiday season. And you can use tools like Facebook's dynamic tools, creative tools, or even Triple Whale's Creative Cockpit, just to uncover what drives the best engagement. So Triple Whale's Creative Cockpit just simplifies ad performance analysis, making it really an essential tool for testing and optimizing ad creatives, especially during a really competitive holiday season. So it does offer rapid feedback on creative performance and enabling data-driven decisions as well as real-time strategy adjustments. So by identifying the most effective creatives, you can now maximize ROI as well as effectively allocate your budget. So the tool also provides just really valuable audience insights and also helps tailor messaging to visuals and consumer preferences that will also help with the ability to test multiple creatives simultaneously. So these tools can just support scalability efforts and also help you to adapt to changing consumer behaviors. A lot there, but another really great tool to check out as well too. And then finally, and this one is so important, just I mean, they're all important, but this one especially, you just want to prioritize mobile first experiences. So when consumers click on a Facebook ad, directing them to a mobile first experience is critical for maintaining engagement and driving conversions. So since Facebook is primarily accessed via mobile device, users expect a seamless transition to a mobile optimized landing page. So this just will ensure quick loading times and also easy navigation, meeting users' expectation and also reducing bounce rates. So a really well-designed mobile experience will enhance engagement and will also positively impact a brand's perception that can also lead to higher conversion rates. Additionally, offering a superior mobile experience just provides a really competitive advantage, demonstrating the brand's commitment to customer satisfaction and also potentially influencing purchasing decisions. So, just as we looked at other brands or competitors to spark ideas for stand-up creatives, also explore other brands can help inspire improvements to your mobile experience. So I got brands here like Tribe and A Bing and Dune, which offer just some really excellent examples of well-designed mobile sites that I think are really worth checking out. So the reason I love Tribe, it just creates a really attractive offer for both first-time visitors as well as existing customers. So the landing page just establish just a really irresistible value proposition through free shipping, reviews, and also accreditation. And then another thing that we have to note is that mobile users tend to scroll habitually, but infinite scrolling can also sometimes be a deterrent. So, Anae Bing's landing page is really designed to generate appointments, and to address this, they really just keep their content short and impactful and super clear and actionable so that this encourages more user engagement and you're not scrolling so much. And then another one too, I love Dune London. So shoppers just expect iconic and exclusive products from luxury brands. Therefore, brands like Dune London just release product lines that generally follow a campaign theme. So Dune London actually uses their CTAs to convey exclusivity. So while most brands might just say shop the look or here's the brand, um, sh- this brand actually makes it really specific with their CTA text, such as like shop the color pop or shop lime green. And this just really reinforces the idea that campaign specific products, and also it lets shoppers discover relevant products through their campaigns as well too on their websites. Sorry, I think I like messed that one up a little bit, but yes, these are the three that I think would definitely be the best to actually look up on those ones as well too. And then for our final prediction for today, so the strongest brands won't just aim for higher AOV and conversion rates, they'll also optimize per visitor metrics like revenue per visitor or cost per mil per visitor. So, what does that all mean? This might be new metrics that you've never even heard before, let alone ever used. So, per visitor optimization metrics just really aims to maximize the value of each site visitor by focusing on revenue and profit per visitor rather than just AOV or even conversion rates. So, when we think about pre visitor metrics, there are two that we're going to be concentrating on. One is going to be revenue per visitor, so RPV. So this is the average revenue generated per visitor. So this is calculated by dividing total revenue by total visitors. So it offers just a clear view of how well traffic converts into revenue. And then we have cost per mil per visitor. So this is the cost to reach 1,000 visitors. So it helps you to see how much you're spending to bring people onto your site and how that cost compares to the money that they're bringing in. Why should we even be prioritizing these metrics? There's so many metrics out there to be prioritizing. Well, they do provide you with a really holistic view. So RPV and CPM per visitor provide a comprehensive look at site performance. They also are going to help you with focusing more on profit. So tracking profit per visitor just ensures growth is sustainable by maximizing profitability and not just actually sales volume. And then lastly, it also does help with customer acquisition. So brands with high LTV will focus on optimizing RPV to attract more customers for the same ad spend, driving long-term growth. Like I said, I know this might be new for some, but don't worry. I also have provided an illustration just to show the importance of prioritizing the per visitor metrics with a really, really simple scenario. So imagine you have a lemonade stand and you have two ways of selling your lemonade. So the first scenario, you sell lemonade for $5 and 7 out of every 100 people buy a cup, earning you $2.50 profit per cup. The second scenario, you bundle lemonade with a cookie for $8, but only 2 out of every 100 people buy, generating $6 profit per bundle. So the really big takeaway here, at first, the second scenario may appear more effective as you are more profitable per sale. However, the first scenario is actually more effective as it drives more purchases despite smaller sales, resulting in a greater profit overall. So, leading brands are focusing on optimizing RPV and CPM per visitor as it just does attract more customers, boost profitability, and sustains growth, helping to absorb higher cost and also enhance ROAS. Okay, so I know we've covered a lot today. I know I'm out of breath going through the whole presentation. But before we wrap up, I just would love to do a really quick recap on the key takeaways from this presentation. So, the first big one is to strategically allocate ad spend. So, focus your budget on platforms that provide the highest ROI, with Meta as a stable choice and TikTok also as a strong option for lower price items. Then we got optimize for conversion, higher AOV. So just improve landing pages, checkout flows, and use product bundling to increase average order values, making your ad spend more effective. And then we also have our creative standout and create standout and mobile friendly ads. So just capturing attention with compelling, relevant visuals and ensure your ads and landing pages are optimized for mobile to enhance those customer experiences. And then lastly, focus on sustainable growth metrics. So prioritize pre-visitor metrics like RPV and CPM to maximize the value of each visitor and sustain profitability during high cost periods. Whew. And that concludes my presentation. So if anyone is interested in exploring Triple Whale, I do recommend trying out our free analytics tool, Founders Dash. It is just such a great way to dive into the data at no cost, and it'll also give you just a really great feel of what Triple Whale has to offer. So I am going to share the sign up link in the chat so that if anyone is interested, you guys can sign up. Let me just copy this for you. Okay. And there we go.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Erin. Fantastic presentation, per usual. I'm not biased whatsoever. So good. And before I let you go, my love, we're going to go ahead and choose your giveaway winner. Everyone, on behalf of Triple Whale, we're giving away a $100 Visa gift card. So I'm going to go ahead and just scroll on through the chat. And our winner today is Edward McQuillan. Congratulations, Edward.
Edward.
$100
Yes.
card. Love that for you.
Also,
Amazing.
great time before the holiday season. Spend on something good. Be selfish and
Exactly.
spend it on yourself.
Spend it on yourself. Treat yourself. Treat yourself. Amazing. Thank you so much for your time, Erin. We'll
Thanks
chat
again,
soon.
everyone. Appreciate
Bye.
you.
Okay, friends, now we're going to head over to our next session. Like I mentioned earlier, and for anyone who has joined us a little bit later in today's session, we are having multiple sessions because it is an all day ultimate workshop. So you can go ahead and head over to the next session by either going and clicking that little arrow and going back to our homepage on the top left corner, or you can go ahead and navigate to the next session through the schedule button right up there. So we will catch you in the next session. See you soon, everyone.